Hello and welcome to Mimi's Sketchbook. Today my illustration was inspired by Paul David Tripp's devotional New Morning Mercies, and today is July 26th. It is an absolutely beautiful day out this morning, and as soon as I got my coffee ready, I was outside and just enjoying standing there, and the sun was filtering through the leaves and of the trees, and just the light was magical, and the birds, all the birds were just singing back and forth and flitting all over, and there was a hummingbird that came in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to get a picture of this. So I started kind of moving some of the pink flowering baskets I have together so it would entice the hummingbird to come back, and it's going to be a pretty warm day out, so I also filled up the bird baths so that would be ready, and I found a chair and got positioned just right so I could keep an eye on those flowers in case the hummingbird came back, and I also was able to see the bird bath, so I could have a good show whichever way I looked. So eventually I went inside and got my devotional and my Bible and sketchbook and came back outside, and was just, it was just so perfect. I thought, you can't get any better than this. And I just wouldn't change a thing. This beautiful flower is a geranium, and it's known as either a zonal or a variegated geranium. And this variety is called Vancouver Centennial. And it is known for its ivy-shaped leaves, which is different from a regular geranium, which they're kind of round and scalloped a little bit. So these leaves are pointed and look like ivy, and the center is almost a brick red to purple. It's a beautiful plant, even if it's not blooming. And I bought this plant last year and put it in this pot, and when fall came I just brought it in and enjoyed it all winter long, and I don't think I even trimmed it back. It just kind of stays in this beautiful mounded shape, and I kept it in an eastern facing window over the winter and fertilized it in the spring, and it has come back just as beautiful, if not more beautiful, than last year. And another reason why I love them so much, besides the beautiful display, is they clean up after themselves. Once those blooms are spent, they just fall off. You don't have to go around cleaning them up every day. Today, in his devotions, Paul Tripp sends us over to Philippians. And in Philippians, sometimes it's called the prison letter, because Paul the Apostle is sitting in prison. I think that's how it goes. He's sitting in prison when he's writing this letter, and he is encouraging the people outside of prison. And he says this one line: "For I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances." Can you imagine saying that while you're sitting in prison? And I'm sure there weren't any laws around at that time to make sure he had nice bedding or clothes or good food, or it was probably as bad as it could get. And he is talking about contentment and encouraging others. This morning, when I was outside and the birds were singing and the air was crisp and the sun was shining and filtering through the leaves, making beautiful patterns on the grass, it was pretty easy for me to be content and think I wouldn't change a thing. But I pray when times get tough that I'll be able to dig deep into the well of grace that God has poured upon me and be able to look at my circumstances and be content. So thank you for joining me today at Mimi's Sketchbook. I hope this has been an encouragement to you, and God bless.